Hello and welcome to another guitar channel. What you've heard at the beginning was Engel Fender 50 recorded with two different speakers, and in left speakers you had more of T75 and then in right speaker you had more of V30 with pumping a little bit up of the other. So they are mixed in panorama, two takes recorded. And the guitar we got here, to check out and to find out what it is. It's Chapman Guitars. So one guy who is known from YouTube very well, and is famous for for the channel on one of the English on the English shops. Let's call it Undertones. Don't be afraid of it. Made the guitar for his friend from his band, for Rabea Massaad, who was as well making videos with him, and now he's making videos on his own. So that's the guitar of two YouTubers, let's say. I know those guys are well known from many different things, but I know them mostly from YouTube. So that's what it is. I don't think that I will have my own guitar one day as a YouTuber, especially English YouTuber, because some Polish guys speak in English and nobody's watching. But doesn't matter. I'm big in Japan. Anyway, this is Chapman MLBR 3. I think it's called M&S or something like that. Made of alder with flamed maple top, with natural binding all over here, with Chapman Henchman humbuckers. One is hot rail, one is a normal humbucker, reminding me about bare knuckles a lot. Those pickups are switchable to single coils, three-way switch, volume, tone, hardtail bridge with string through body, 21 frets. I would call them medium jumbo. They're quite high, but not so narrow. Not so wide. Baked maple neck with what the specifications is saying, ebony fretboard. I don't know. It looks a little bit brownish. It's not so black ebony. And then the edges are round here. Reversed Telecaster headstock, and what I need to tell you, it's much way different than the normal Telecaster, because it's angled like in Gibson rather, or all those Jacksons and things like that, than being like a boat in Fender. So that's one of the things which is making this guitar a little bit different than the Telecaster is. Of course, it's not one-to-one shape of the Telecaster. We don't have this flat thing here. There is some kind of curve, for your hand here. On the back as well, we got the joint of connecting the neck with the body as well is healed a little bit. So if we want to play somewhere here, it's not so tough in hand. C-shaped neck with 350 millimeters radius, so I think it's like 15 inches. I'm not sure now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, C profile, quite Gibsonish, I would say. Much different as well than in Fenders. It's not like Fenders. I would say it's rather Gibsonish. It's rather Gibsonish shape. Like I said, natural binding. Very well made guitar in Indonesia, in Cort factory, from what I think, from the number CI20. So I think it's like 2020 Cort Indonesia. But very well made. Cort is one of the biggest producers of the guitars in the world, so it's very well made. And actually, there's absolutely nothing that I need to tell you that it's wrong. It costs something around 650, 660 pound, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little more, depends where. And if you are looking for a modern guitar with some classic vibe, guitar which you can play proper metal sounds and hard rock and all those overdriven things, but as well have a Telecaster on board with properly standard Telecaster sounds. You know, this plank of wood with two nails and the wire between them. If you want this, there is you know, this coil splitting which will take you into this land as well. So it's, you know, it's really like two guitars in one. You got proper Telecaster and proper killing machine. Very comfortable guitar to play. The neck is smooth. You know, it's like it's all in matte finish. It's not like glossy or anything like that, but because of that, you know, it's easy to move your fingers on the neck. Sorry, I needed to go away for a while. So what I was saying, it's very comfortable to play, and actually I had absolutely no problems with setting this guitar up. I didn't need to do anything with the neck. I just from the factory settings, I just slowed down the action a little bit and just moved the saddles a little bit as well, you know, to get the right intonation. But absolutely no problem. As you can see on the close-ups, this guitar is straight from the box. Not now, because, you know, I was playing it, so there is like fingers on it, but it's straight from the box. So maybe the fretboard would need some oiling before you know, selling it. You know, the strings maybe are not so fresh. When I was like setting it up, one of the strings, you know, was like broken, so I needed to replace it. Doesn't really matter. They are sounding good. You will see how it sounds from the plank. But you can see a little bit of corrosion or like a black marks on them. Sometimes it happens when the guitar is brand new, and actually, you know, everybody would recommend you to change the strings as soon as possible when you buy it. Carved top here as well, so you can you know, put your hands without any problem and actually play. It sounds very good in low tunings and in standard tunings and drop D and standard E, and then I've checked it out as well with on the 6 string only with very low tunings from A to E, and we can find out how it sounds like this, and it is a working horse, I need to tell you. So if you're looking for a new guitar with new vibe and you are into all this kind of stuff, you may consider buying this guitar, because it's well made and it will satisfy you. Locking tuners on the on the headstock. Like I said, the headstock is reverse. The tuners, I need to tell you, are, if you go down with them and then you want to go up, they need, there is like longer time you need to tune it, so they are working slower, I would say. It's not in a bad way, because they are very precise working, but I was like, oh, I need to turn a little bit more, and then they catch it. So that's how they are. Quite interesting, and like I said, precise, but you will need to get used to them. Beside that, it's a beautiful instrument. Let's listen to more tracks. The first one is, like I said, it's going to be lower tunings on EVH, on the third channel of EVH. Then we're going to jump to a little bit more overdriven sound, cascading overdrives from the cranked up clean channel of JCM 900 with boosting from Joyo Torin, and it's like I said, cascading overdrive. Then we're going to jump into clean sounds from Joyo Blue Jay with a small cabin and a little bit of delay. Then there will be clean sounds with stereo recordings from Jazz Horus and Blackstar HD60 with ping pong delay, with Taurus servo, with digital reverb, and two beautiful effects from Walrus, Julia and Slow. And that's going to be like a little bit more ambientish clean sounds. Then we're going to jump into how it sounds from the, Unplugged. that's why I think that's one of the most important parts of the test. People like it. And then there will be Boss Katana recorded with the line out from the headphone output straight into the mixing desk. Very, very surprising how it sounds. I love this sounds. And then we're gonna have the last part of the test. It's gonna be how this guitar works when you turn the volume knob up and down. So it's gonna be from very, very low volume up to, you know, like the high output on La Boga Hector. We're gonna check out how the volume knob works in this instrument. I think it's very, very important as well. Thank you very much for watching as always, and thank you for supporting this channel. I know there's like only 50 people watching those videos, but maybe one day we're gonna have, like, you know, more viewers and people will spread the word about this channel. I'm doing it for fun. I love guitars, so, you know, if you have fun, I'm very glad to hear it. Thank you very much. It was Xantip from Poland, FOG motherfucker. Bye.